Oh, you're in for a treat today, folks. I have stumbled upon a no-budget Japanese film that the people involved probably would prefer to keep buried. This is Chou Oniyaba, a horror film from 2017 that will send a shiver down your spine. The shiver of unbelievably bad CG. It starts with an idol group on stage performing for a crowd of very enthusiastic otaku. It really is an actual idol group called Snowdrops, with one of the members, Misato Maeda, playing herself in the film. I imagine having the group in this movie was a way to try to help boost the Snowdrops' popularity. I wonder how that ended up going. They disbanded in 2016, so I guess this was filmed before that. Then Misato went on to, other ventures. If you look closely, we already have a hint of things to come. A devious Oni rocking out at the side of the stage. Keep an eye out, because they're hidden everywhere throughout the film. So much so that at the end of the credits, they actually show you all the hiding spots of where they showed up during the film. This was a pretty fun touch by the director, Kazuya Watanabe, to include. If you can't make your film look like a blockbuster, you can at least get creative with it. We learn that Misato has recently felt like she's being watched or stalked by some unseen force. Luckily, 2 detectives have come to look into things. One of them, played by Yuuna Shirakawa, another ex-gravure model in real life. Now I understand where all the budget for this one went. So after some discussion, they decide the best plan is to set up some special cameras in her changing room. Now, I know what you're thinking, but no, it's not that kind of film. Honestly, that probably would have improved things a bit. As per many low-budget horror films, if the budget's in the pits, you fall back on the, other assets. After hours of footage, their motion sensors start triggering, but nothing appears on camera. That's when they switch to thermal vision and the horrible truth is revealed. This young woman is being haunted by frightening Oni. Little teeny tiny Oni. And, funnily enough, they somehow accomplish all of this in what looks suspiciously like Adobe Premiere. The investigators set out to find an expert on the subject of yokai and Oni, who delivers a dense explanation about Oni lore that I will summarize as ancient grudges and spiritual energy. This is when things really start to heat up, and you get to the meat and potatoes of the film, that deliciously bad CG. If you're a fan of far below C-grade films like The Amazing Bulk, a film, by the way, that I've watched 3 times and never managed to stay awake for the entirety of, then I think you'll enjoy this one too. We get all kinds of great CG monster representation here. Big ones, small ones, ones with human faces stuck on. It's fantastic. There's also shots like this. Amazingly, she walks away just fine after that. There is also ample use of green screens, sometimes better than others, but they do shoot on location as well, so that helps balance things out a bit. There's actually a pretty funny bit towards the later half where the supernatural expert brings in random guys that all have the same last name, Watanabe, because apparently long ago a warrior monk with that same name was able to defeat a powerful Oni. So, men with that surname can resist their power. At first it all works and they're able to protect Misato from the Oni attack. But then, well... It turns out that his name was Watabe, not Watanabe. An unfortunate clerical error. The battle rages on, and it seems they have put a stop to the terror of the Oni invasion. But it leaves us on a cliffhanger that I'm sure we will never see resolved. It's probably a good thing that it's so short, because a lot of low-budget films barely show the action, and instead pad the runtime with endless walking or talking scenes. At a mercifully short 46 minutes, it gets to the good stuff pretty quickly so it doesn't drag on, although a few of the exposition moments are a bit bloated. The DVD also has a making of, which includes interviews with the cast, some behind-the-scenes shots, as well as a trailer and the aforementioned Spot the Oni game in the end credits. I've seen higher budget films with much less on their DVDs, so respect for at least putting in the effort. Surprisingly, this is available for rent on the Japanese Amazon Prime. So, if you're able to get on there, and are a fan of absolute garbage tier films like I am, I would say give it a watch. Well, that's it for me. If you have any questions or comments about this film, feel free to leave them below. And thanks for watching.